Tonight, the world is watching China unravel in real time. Across the globe, people are glued to their screens trying to make sense of a crisis that's unfolding at the heart of one of the world's most powerful militaries. High-ranking generals, men once considered untouchable, are vanishing without a trace. Their faces, once familiar on state television, now appear only in news reports marked missing. The uncertainty is palpable, and the sense of unease is spreading far beyond China's borders. The military command is in disarray. Once a symbol of iron discipline and unity, the People's Liberation Army now finds itself leaderless at the top, with key decision-makers suddenly gone. Officers are left scrambling for answers, unsure who to trust or what orders to follow. The chain of command, so crucial in times of crisis, is fraying at the edges. Meanwhile, Taiwan is on edge, bracing for what might come next. The island's military is on high alert, scanning the horizon for any sign of escalation. Civilians in Taipei and beyond are glued to their phones, anxiously awaiting updates. The question isn't if something will happen, but when. The stakes are global, and every move is being watched by governments and citizens alike. In Beijing, power struggles play out behind closed doors. President Xi Jinping, China's most powerful leader in decades, is purging his top brass with ruthless efficiency. He's demanding absolute loyalty, determined to eliminate any hint of dissent within the ranks. The corridors of power are tense, as officials wonder who might be next. This isn't a routine reshuffle. It's a ruthless purge. Xi is preparing for something big, and he wants no dissent. The message is clear. Loyalty to the party, and to Xi himself, is non-negotiable. Those who fall short are removed, no matter their rank or reputation. The atmosphere in Beijing is one of fear and suspicion, as the leadership tightens its grip. The world is scrambling to understand. Does this chaos make China weaker, or does it make Xi more dangerous? World leaders are holding emergency meetings, trying to assess the risks. One wrong move could spark a war between nuclear powers. The future of global stability hangs in the balance, and every decision now carries historic weight. What's really happening inside the People's Liberation Army? Why is Xi acting now, and what does he hope to achieve? Is this about internal threats, or is he clearing the decks for a bold move, perhaps even against Taiwan? The world's intelligence agencies are working overtime, but answers remain elusive. This is about more than geopolitics. It's about freedom, security, and the kind of world we want to live in. The choices made in Beijing will ripple across continents, affecting millions of lives. Let's break down what we know, what we don't, and why it matters to every one of us. The story starts now. The world is a chessboard, and the pieces are moving fast. The United States and its allies are watching closely, weighing their own responses. The tension is real, the risks are enormous, and the consequences could be historic. Stay with us as we uncover the truth behind China's war machine and chaos, and what it means for the future of the world. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the corridors of power, Xi Jinping is cleansing China's military leadership at the highest levels. This is not just a routine reshuffle, this is a dramatic, sweeping purge that is shaking the very foundations of the People's Liberation Army. Defense Minister Li Shangfu, once a rising star and a symbol of China's military ambitions, has vanished, erased from public life almost overnight. His office stands empty, his name scrubbed from official records, as if he never existed. The purge didn't stop there. Top commanders of the PLA rocket force, the elite unit responsible for China's vast arsenal of missiles, have also been swept away. These are the men who held the keys to China's most powerful weapons, now suddenly removed from their posts. Their sudden disappearances have left global intelligence agencies scrambling for answers. The world's top analysts are stunned, trying to piece together what's happening behind the closed doors of Beijing's power structure. Officially, Beijing blames corruption for these removals. But behind the scenes, insiders whisper about deeper issues, allegations of incompetence, faulty equipment, and even fears of disloyalty within the ranks. For years, Xi has poured resources into building up the PLA, determined to transform it into a world-class fighting force. But now, he's discovered that the military he built is riddled with problems, corruption, inefficiency, and a lack of true loyalty. Xi's frustration has boiled over. He's now removing generals not just from the army, but from the Navy, the Air Force, and even the powerful military-industrial complex. No branch is safe from his sweeping axe. These aren't minor figures being targeted. Many of those purged are the very architects of China's ambitious military modernization program, the strategists and planners who were supposed to lead China into a new era of military might. Their abrupt removal reveals a deep sense of paranoia at the very top of China's leadership. The message is clear. No one is above suspicion, and no one is truly safe. Xi Jinping now trusts almost no one. He demands absolute, unquestioning obedience from those around him, and he's willing to sacrifice experience and expertise to ensure his grip on power remains unchallenged. He's forging a military that is loyal to him alone, not to the nation, not to the Communist Party, but to Xi himself. This is a dangerous shift, turning the PLA into a personal tool for his ambitions. At the heart of this purge is Xi's obsession with Taiwan. He wants commanders who will follow his orders without hesitation, who won't question his plans for a possible invasion or escalation in the Taiwan Strait. The purge is a chilling warning to the rest of the military. Loyalty now trumps competence. Even the most decorated officers can be discarded if they are seen as a threat to Xi's authority. This is a volatile mix. Xi's personal ambition, rising nationalism, and the unchecked power of a leader who faces little internal opposition. The consequences of this combination are unpredictable and potentially explosive. Around the world, governments and military leaders are watching these developments with growing alarm. The sudden instability at the top of China's military raises urgent questions about the country's future direction. The list of disappeared officials continues to grow. Each empty seat at a military conference, each blurred face on a news report, sends a clear and chilling message. Dissent will not be tolerated, and no one is untouchable. With every purge, Xi's grip on power tightens. The atmosphere in Beijing grows more tense, and the stakes for China and the world rise ever higher. The PLA is being reshaped, not just as a national defense force, but as an extension of Xi's personal will. Indoctrination and loyalty pledges are now as important as military training. The consequences of this transformation could be catastrophic. A military that answers to one man, unchecked and unquestioned, is a recipe for miscalculation and conflict on a global scale. Make no mistake, the purge is not a sign of weakness. It is a demonstration of Xi's resolve, his willingness to do whatever it takes to secure his vision for China's future. The world is watching, and the sense of danger is growing. Every move Xi makes is scrutinized, every disappearance noted, as global leaders brace for what might come next. This is a critical moment, not just for China, but for the entire world. The direction Xi chooses now will shape the future of global security and stability. The question remains, what comes next? Will Xi's purge bring the control he seeks, or will it unleash forces he can no longer contain? The world holds its breath, waiting for the answer. What does this chaos mean for China's warfighting ability? The command structure is fractured, trust is gone, mid-level officers are paralyzed, afraid to act, morale plummets, initiative dies, complex operations, like invading Taiwan, become nearly impossible. Xi's purge replaced experience with untested loyalists. Are they competent enough for war? Corruption scandals exposed shoddy equipment and unreliable weapons. The PLA may look strong, but it's hollow inside. Taiwan gets a brief reprieve. The invasion timeline may slip. The PLA needs time to regroup and rebuild trust. This gives Taiwan and its allies a window to strengthen defenses. The purge may have bought the world time, but how much? The instability is real and the risks remain high. Will we use this time wisely? Not everyone thinks the purge weakens China. Some experts warn that Xi's echo chamber is even more dangerous. Surrounded by yes men, Xi may get only good news, never the truth. New generals won't challenge risky plans, they'll promise victory. This makes reckless decisions more likely, not less. The purge isn't about long-term readiness, it's about short-term obedience. Xi may feel time is running out to take Taiwan. He wants loyal commanders, not cautious ones. The result, a military less capable, but a leader more willing to gamble. The paradox is clear, weakness and danger rise together. The risk of miscalculation grows. Two theories compete. Is China less ready or more reckless? Maybe both are true. The future's more uncertain than ever. The stakes for Taiwan and the world are enormous. History is full of dictators who purged their armies before war, with disastrous results. Stalin's Great Purge left the Red Army leaderless when Hitler invaded. Saddam Hussein's loyalty-first approach crippled Iraq's military in Desert Storm. Pol Pot and Idi Amin gutted their own forces, leading to chaos and defeat. Dictators who value loyalty over competence create brittle, inflexible armies. These militaries terrorize their own people but fail against real enemies. Xi's purge echoes these mistakes. He's sacrificing skill for control. History shows this doesn't stop dictators from starting wars. Sometimes, it makes them more likely, but their armies are often weaker than they appear. Can we afford to bet on history repeating itself with stakes this high? The lesson control breeds weakness, but also unpredictability. Despite the recent chaos and internal upheaval, China's military power is not just holding steady, it's still surging forward with remarkable momentum. Even as political purges and scandals make headlines, the armed forces continue to expand and modernize at a pace that few other nations can match. Over the past 2 decades, relentless investment and strategic planning have transformed China's military. The country now boasts the world's largest navy, with more ships than any other nation, and a vast, sophisticated missile arsenal that can reach targets across the region and beyond. New warships, aircraft carriers, and advanced missile systems are rolling out of Chinese shipyards and factories at record speed. The scale and efficiency of this production are unprecedented, signaling China's determination to project power far from its shores. The PLA rocket force, a key pillar of China's military might, still controls thousands of missiles, many of them aimed directly at U.S. bases and assets throughout the Pacific. These weapons serve as a constant reminder of China's growing reach and deterrence capabilities. The hardware is cutting edge, and the personnel are rigorously trained. Despite leadership shakeups, the core of China's military remains intact, disciplined, and ready for action. China is rapidly closing the gap in air power, cyber warfare, and artificial intelligence. Its air force is fielding new generations of stealth fighters, while cyber units and AI-driven command centers are reshaping the future of conflict. The recent purge may have exposed cracks in the leadership, but the massive war machine keeps moving forward. The system is designed to withstand shocks and continue its mission, no matter the internal strife. China's military budget continues to grow year after year, fueling ever-expanding production lines. New vehicles, weapons, and technologies are being developed and deployed at a relentless pace. The threat posed by China's military buildup is very real. Dismissing China as a mere paper tiger would be a grave and costly mistake for any nation that values stability in the region. The dragon may be wounded by internal strife, but it remains fierce and dangerous, ready to defend its interests and assert its power. The world must not get complacent. Global leaders and alliances need to remain vigilant, adapting to the new realities of military power in Asia. The balance of power in the Pacific is shifting rapidly, with China's expanding presence altering the strategic landscape and raising the stakes for all involved. The danger is far from over. As tensions rise and military forces maneuver for advantage, the risk of miscalculation or conflict remains ever present. How is the West responding? Too often with wishful thinking. Diplomatic meetings and handshakes don't change China's core ambitions. The CCP wants to dominate Asia and absorb Taiwan. These are non-negotiable goals. Engagement is useful, but believing it will change Beijing's intent is naive. Meanwhile, China's military grows as Western defense budgets lag. Political distractions slow real preparation. China focuses its resources, democracies debate and delay. The PLA purge might lull some into thinking the threat is fading. But a paranoid, cornered regime can be even more dangerous. Instability is not a reason to relax, it's a warning. The West must see the risk clearly and act with urgency. Complacency is the enemy. The time for wishful thinking is over. The stakes demand action, not hope. The West's mistakes go beyond diplomacy. U.S. companies and investors have fueled China's military rise, often unwittingly. Billions flow into Chinese firms tied to the PLA, building the very weapons that threaten the West. American technology and capital are strengthening our main rival. The theory that economic ties would moderate China has failed. The CCP exploits open markets for strategic gain. We need clear lines. Economic competition is fine, but aiding China's military is not. Stronger regulations must stop critical tech and investment from reaching the PLA. This isn't about decoupling, it's about smart, targeted security. Recognizing this is vital for a real strategy against China. We stand at a crossroads. Xi's purge has made China's military less competent, but more loyal and more unpredictable. The risk of war over Taiwan is rising, not falling. The West must not be naive. China's ambitions are clear, and its military buildup continues. We must prepare for the worst, even as we hope for the best. This means modernizing our own forces, strengthening alliances, and arming Taiwan. We must also guard our economies from fueling China's war machine. This is a generational challenge. There are no quick fixes. Vigilance, unity, and resolve are essential. We must not underestimate the threat nor be paralyzed by fear. The storm is coming, but together we can face it. The future depends on what we do now.